Hey, this is Captain 12B. I have been waiting and waiting for tornado cartomizers to finally come in. I've dealt with 510 cartomizers in the past, and typically they look like this. And these are blanks. You pull off the ends, you pop the end cap off, you fill it with the spin method, or fill the bottom plunger and push it back down and force the fluid up. I was kind of expecting something like this for the tornado cartomizer. What I got was something like this. And at first I was a little concerned. I thought, oh man, maybe these are one of the mega addies. These are pre-filled 18 milligram tobacco. And so I was looking at it, and when you take it apart and you open it up, you get this thing. It comes with little end caps on it. And it is huge. It has 2.5 milliliters of 18 milligram tobacco in it. So next thing you do is you're going to take off the end caps and you're going to look inside and see that it is a cartomizer. And it has a nice mouthpiece on it. So the first thing I did was put it on my Tornado and gave it a vape. It vapes great. The tobacco is that tobacco flavor that I've always liked from pre-filled carts from Totally Wicked. I love the tobacco flavor. I like the way it feels. I like the way it looks. Now I wish my Tornado was black. I think it would match better. It looks like it would if you had the cone kind of on there. It has that same design as if it had the Tornado cone on there. Vape's great. So then I started thinking, well, how can I use this on my screwdriver? And of course, I can't. My screwdriver is a MK1 from Trog 510 screwdriver, and there's no way to fit that on there. So if I take the Tornado extender that you use for the battery charger and you put that on there, then yes, you can. It'll screw right on there. And I imagine if you have a 901 Mark II Tornado and you use the 510 adapter, maybe that would be enough to mump it up. Now this is a very big, kind of godly looking contraption with it on there, but it still vapes great. So if you're going to buy Tornado cartomizers, just know that they are much larger than the typical cartomizer. Side by side again. They're a much larger cartomizer. I believe they hold more fluid than a typical cartomizer. Um, they vape great. You can make them fit on a screwdriver, but you're going to have to run some sort of extender to bump it out unless you want to start cutting away on this plastic, and then you could probably make it fit. So overall, I'm really impressed with this thing on the Tornado. On the Tornado, it is perfect. I don't use my Tornado that much. Maybe this will be the motivation to get back into using the Tornado. I like the mouthpiece. Totally Wicked is also coming out with Mega Auto Tornadoes. So if you can get an auto battery, Mega Tornado, and this cartomizer, I imagine you'd be set for the day. You could carry it in your mouth. You wouldn't have to push the button. I can only imagine that'd be a pretty sweet setup. So what I'm going to do now is vape this cartomizer till it's empty. And when it's empty, then the experimentation starts, because I'm going to figure out how to refill these things. I don't know if I could put fluid in the bottom and just use the suction force of pushing the end cap back in to force the fluid back down there, or if I can put the extender on there and maybe work out the atomizer, which is just sitting in plastic in there. So maybe I can pull it apart that way, fill it, put it back together, syringe in the bottom. There's got to be a way of refilling this thing, and I'm going to get to the bottom of that. I'm going to figure out how to do that. But I wanted everybody to see what a cartomizer for a tornado actually looks like. Not at all what I was expecting. I'd only seen vague pictures of it on the website, so it was kind of a mystery what I was getting. But man, it vapes like a monster. It tastes great. For $4, I think it's a pretty good deal. It's a lot of fluid, 2.5 milliliters. It's a full day's worth of vaping. So, Tornado Cartomizer. There you go.